Hi there, Steve of Steve K's Vaping World, and today I have a quick tip, actually a quick tip and a bonus tip with these guys here, the ever popular Vision Vivi Nova, right after this. Vivi Novas are really popular, but some people have experienced a few issues with them, maybe a little gurgling as the liquid kind of gets into the top. Sometimes they don't have the best performance, it's a little hit and miss, but most Vivi Novas come with something to actually fix that, only nobody's probably ever said anything about it. Okay, so what I got here is a shiny new Vivi Nova, the fancy kind with a metal tank and a little slot in them. And actually, let me pop this out. What I have to show you is actually in the drip tip. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. We'll give it a try. Let me slide the little protective cover. The tip came out with it. Okay, so nothing terribly unusual here. It's an everyday drip tip. Unless you kind of look down here. I don't know if this camera will pick it up, but we'll try to get a close shot and see if you can see it. Well, I'm not sure if you can really see it, but inside here, what that was basically a tiny little gasket. It's kind of a hidden, undocumented feature. Some people know about this, but just in case you didn't, this is good to know. Let me pop it out of here, and I'll show you what to do. Okay, to get this thing out, really, you just need something kind of long and pointy. My little fine point screwdriver is great for it most of the time. So you just put it in there and pop. Whoops. Be good if it's on camera. See that? Stuck right to the end here. So, what do you do with this thing? Well, hold on and I'll show you. Okay, so what I have here are the guts of the Vivi Nova. You take the tank off, you get this. The little gasket we shoved out with that screwdriver fits thusly. Just goes right into the top there. See? Kind of sits in there. Like so. Whoops, this one's a little crooked. Sometimes one side works a little better than the other. So let's flip that guy around. Cover my mouth. Okay, there we go. So it kind of sits up a little bit. So what happens, now you got this little extension here. When you put your cap on this guy, that little gasket goes right into the cap. See? It kind of covers up that gap. So it sort of keeps any sort of e-liquid from dripping into there. Plus it's fully sealed from the inside, so you don't have to really worry about anything coming up and over that inner gasket. As you kind of want to stick with the default drip tip. Because as you can see there, it's got a big honking hole, so that allows it to actually fit over that gasket. A lot of the other tips, it's smaller, so it might mush it down, kind of cut down on your vapor production. But that wasn't the second bonus tip. Here's the second bonus. What I noticed with using this gasket is sometimes it works a little too well. So as you unscrew it, as you unscrew the top of the Vivi Nova, if that gasket's fitting very tightly in there, what will happen is you end up unscrewing the head as well, which isn't good. Obviously, you know, you could leak or even just stop working. I pulled out the little bonus gasket. So here's the frustrating thing with that is because it doesn't stick up unless you happen to have tiny little fingers or maybe some needle nose pliers. It's kind of hard to get in there, and you know, most of the time after you use this, there's going to be some liquid in there, so you don't really want to try, you know, or try to take it apart. It'll make a big mess, or you'll waste some liquid. But if you pull out that other gasket, the one that's always in there, little metal thing still attached, make sure you pay attention to which way that goes, so you can actually put it back. Then you look in here, inside, you'll kind of see it's sort of slotted where that metal collar goes around the coil. So that's a really convenient shape because a standard screwdriver fits just great in there. So just, you know, put it in the slot and give it a slight turn. Do not over tighten. Just tighten enough to get the thing to go back down. If you over tighten, you risk kind of bending the cover around the ceramic cap, and that might screw it up more and cause leaking, etc. Really thin metal, But if you're just kind of gentle with it, 9 times out of 10 you'll get that head tightened up enough. And then when you finally do empty the liquid to for whatever, just give it a good hand tightening to make sure. Once you got it tightened down, just pop the little silicone guy back on there. Whoop. Make sure it's on all the way. Put your little secret gasket back on, and then tighten her back up. Alright, this is Steve of Steve K's Vaping World. I'll see you guys next time.